Hi guys, it's Shah here, the Tech Hawk, and it's been quite some time since I put a video. I think it's been like 1.5 weeks or something. But my end of year exams are coming, so it's important I revise for them, of course. But once the holidays start, like I've said before, I will try and upload as much as I can. But for now, it'll probably be like a weekly video. So this video, we're gonna do like a nice comparison between the program we made last time, which was a quadratic equation solver, which I made in Python. And it was very nice, the program that I made, because it just embedded an element of everything, like if, elifs, making variables, and we're going to do the same thing in C++ now. This is not exactly a comparison. I'm just going to make the code and show you step by step, of course, how to make the code, what the logical chain of reasoning is that we're going to be going through. So first of all, like always, we have to tell the user what the program is like. That's the whole point, right? So if I've got there, so C out, and then 2 arrows pointing outwards, and you want to have this, and you can have this and write endl to like change to make sure the line ends, end line, endl. Easy way to remember that. Then you want to put down quadratic equation solver, and next to that you might want to put in something like ax squared plus bx plus c as a thing, so they know what you're referring to when you say a, b, or c. So now you want to create an integer a, okay. Then you want to do c in, okay. C in a. You wanna take in the input of a, so bracket. I've got that. Right. So we're gonna take the input of a, but we have to tell the user that they need to input a. So for that we have to have an output saying enter a. There we go, and then colon here, colon here. Now this is where it's important, where we break down our code and we run it to check if it's working. And as you can see, it's working. It's telling us to enter a value for a. Now similarly, so if I just copy and paste this, then we can make one for. Okay, right. You have to stop the program. So we have to just copy it 3 times so we can make one for b. Okay, it should be lowercase b. And then there should be B, there should be C, there we go, C, no, that's C, and there should be C as well. Now just to check it all, I'm just going to randomly put values in, 5, nothing. Okay, that's probably going to give you an error because you entered nothing, and the system is expecting you to put in some integer value. But yeah, it's working as we just checked. So now that we've got all the inputs, now we have to, obviously, in the last program, if you recall, we made an if statement. So first we have to check if b squared minus 4ac is actually equal to 0 or greater than 0, so we can actually get solutions. So I'm going to call this the disk representing discriminant, and we can equate that to b to the power of 2 minus 4 times a times c. Let's see if this works. Oh, it should work. I mean, as hard as C++ is, some of the functions are really simple. Okay, for example, disk. Okay, so as you can see, it's giving us an error that disk was not declared in scope. So it's giving us error with the b squared minus 4ac section. And so there must be a different way to obviously square the value. And yeah. So so how I was thinking about it is that to square it, there obviously is some kind of squaring function, of course, or some include library, which I have to check out. And yeah, and after checking it all out and all that, I have found out how to do it, which is b times b. Same as Python. I'm pretty sure this is what I did in Python, as I recall. Okay, for example, for some reason this is not working again, so I'm guessing that this code that used to work before for C++, I think worked on an earlier version, so this version it doesn't work. But there is also another way. It's something to do with power, which represents the power, and then you have the base, and then you have the exponents. So let's give it a try. I think it's a and 2. I think that's how you're meant to write. I'm not entirely sure, but let's give it a run to check. Okay, it doesn't work. Error: power is not declared in this scope. I thought power represented power. Right, I'm gonna have to check this. So I checked into the problem, and the problem was that it's just, I think this is too zoomed in. No, let's keep it like that. So the problem is I forgot to import import include cmath. I believe that's a module you can use, include e, of course. And now you can use the power function, and in that you just, so the first value is your base, which we want as b, and then you want 2, so b and 2, and this should work if internet is correct. Okay, it doesn't work. I think what the problem is this problem with the disk that I'm equating it to. So I think how it works is you have to first make int disk. I think that was the problem the entire time. So you make your integer disk, and then you have to say disk is equal to this. I think if we run it now, check. As you can see, it's working. So that's what the problem was. So the problem was that we did too much in one line, and I think C++ just doesn't like being efficient in terms of number of lines, because as you recall in Python, you were able to do a lot of things in one line. And yeah, so if I plug in some values now, so 2, 4, 2, 3, 4. Okay, program finished with exit code 0, means that it worked successfully. So we've managed to get the discriminant, which is b squared minus 4ac, and now we have to create an if function. So if, and then in brackets, disk is greater than 0, then we want the squiggly brackets on, and then in that you want to write and then you want to make another variable, of course, int solutions solutions int solutions, okay, solutions int solutions, my bad, int souls. I'm just gonna call it int souls because it's just way more shorter. Just checking on the time. There we go, 7 minutes. Okay. So we make an int souls, and then that's your solutions, and so now we have to actually make the solution, and we got b squared minus 4ac, so now we have to square root b squared minus 4ac, and I'm pretty sure you do sqrt for square root, yeah, square root disk, and then you make souls equal to the square root of the discriminant, and as you recall the formula, minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a, so minus b plus the square root of that divide 2a, so let's put all that in brackets so it divides everything by that, so 2 and a. Okay, now let's hope this works. So C out, okay, outside, souls, that, okay, that's one of the solutions, and we have to output the other solution, so we have to make another integer called souls2, int souls 2, okay, that you put that, and then you want to have something like this again, but because it's plus or minus, now you want to change this to minus, so you get 2 solutions as well, right? And then if I just copy this again real quick, okay, awesome. So let's just add this to all of them so they don't give errors, and I think we are good to go. Okay, as you can see, we've got an error, and it says unable to find numeric literal operator, what the hell that is. Okay, define, okay, use standard, okay. So I think what's happened there is we've just done too much in one line. If we break this down into something like, I'm pretty sure it knows what a square root is, so if I break it down up to this much, let me just remove this. If I break it down to this much, I want to see if it gives an error. And then if that gives an error, this is how you do the break. So as you can see, it's working now. So it's just the fact that it can't do that a lot of things in one go. And that's obviously a problem, because as you can see, it's already 30 lines long as it is, and that's not very nice. Not as a programmer, you don't enjoy having long programs. You want to keep it as efficient and short as possible. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to have to, oh, it's very sad, but okay, let's make the discriminant bigger first. So b squared is, make it like 6, ac would be 1. Okay, so it says 0 for some reason. Square root of the discriminant, and then it's giving you 0. I think it gives you 0 in all cases. So if I run it, okay, 0, 1, 0. So we know that b squared